Welcome back to the Olden Shot. It's the new year. Happy New Year to everybody, and I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. As you can see, I'm wearing my Christmas dressing gown. Not because I haven't been dressed or anything, it's just because it's lovely. It's warm and it's an awful lot cheaper than putting the central heating on. So, what we've been doing, I eventually got out with the camera and I took the Canon EOS 3000N with a long zoom on. It's a Canon EF 90 to 300mm f4.5 to 5.6. I loaded the camera with HP5 Plus and we went out yesterday to Whitley Bay Cemetery and lined up the first shot, looked through the viewfinder. I was on shutter priority because I wanted a decent shutter speed because it's long zoom. Set it on 250th and it was too dark, couldn't take a shot. It needed a wider aperture than this zoom lens offers. That's the trouble with these zooms. They're not very fast lenses. At the short end of the zoom it's f4.5, that's what I was trying to shoot on, and it was too dark. So to rescue the day I changed the ISO in the camera. It's a DX reading camera, but you can override the ISO. So I pushed the HP5 to 1600 ISO, and even then when I was going around it was so dull that I was shooting at 5.6 and at one stage the shutter speed was down to a 60th of a second. Luckily I had my monopod which I use for image stabilization. I haven't really got that involved in pushing films because many years ago with XP1 I pushed it to 800 and I wasn't very happy with the results. So I tend to use films at box speed. So I was a bit worried that with the HP5 push 2 stops to 1600 that I was going to get some sort of grainy, mushy crap shots. When I shot the 36 shots, I came home, I developed it in LC29 by Ilfotec. 14 minutes, I think that's the longest development I've done so far. And once it had been processed and washed, I hung them up to dry and I looked and I thought those negatives look to be just about perfect density. And once it dried off, I cut them into 5-frame strips and scanned them. See what you think about these results. When I decided to try out this lens, I was a bit worried because it comes from an era when a lot of people think Canon's build quality deteriorated, and to be honest, it feels all plastic. It feels like it's got loose bits in it, but you've seen the photos and I've got to say I'm over the moon for two reasons. When you do something for the first time and you're not sure whether it's going to work out or not, and then you get results like that, it feels good. So the push and the HP5 worked brilliantly. I've got to say I'm really happy with the quality of those photographs. The grain is well contained and suits the type of photos I was taking. The lens itself, when you think it was mainly wide open with all those shots, the quality is very good. It's sharp. The separation, of course, with it being wide open, is very good. And I really can't complain. This lens, for all it feels quite cheap, the glass and the makeup is obviously very good. It works well. We've got two cats here. They don't like going out when the weather's cold, and I'm talking to a camera and he doesn't know what's going on. Do your socks. And Ziggy behind him is in his normal situation, doesn't move much from that cushion during the day. Right, the shots, as I say, I'm very, very happy with it. I'm really glad that I decided to push the HP5 2 stops to 1600. I'm astounded that the shots look as good as they do, with good grain, good contrast, and the sharpness of the lens. Of course, when you're shooting wide open and the background is out of focus, it can give your subject the appearance of being even sharper again. It's all good stuff, and I'm looking forward to getting out more with the camera now. We've had a few issues which have stopped me getting out with the camera, and hopefully we can work around that and I can get out more often. So here's to a good new year. Thanks again.